everybody, welcome back. You know, aviation's always personal, but sometimes it hits just a little bit too close to home. We just had a couple days ago a crash up here pretty much in my backyard, and I wasn't planning to do a video on it, but thinking about it, I don't know, maybe I should. There's some lessons to be learned here, and maybe it'll help the next guy. So Warrenton, Fauquier County, it's a local airport right here in my neighborhood. And it's a great little airport, super aviation community. They do lots of outreach programs that I'm involved in. I really love the people at this airport. Well, just a couple days ago, we lost one of our members, Simi Adams, a good guy, a smart guy, good pilot, commercial instrument rated. Well, he went up the other day just to practice procedures and maneuvers, get some practice approaches in to stay proficient. He didn't make it home. So what happened here, right? All right, so looking at this, he departed for runway 15 from Warrenton, went up, he was up for a couple hours doing a whole bunch of procedures, maneuvers, went to a couple different airports, came back, he was got vectors and was cleared for the RNAV for runway 33.
760 Bravo, report the I for cancellation, this frequency in the air, or the RT on the ground, or telephone number on the ground, change to advisory is approved.
Roger, once I get the runway in sight, we'll close out this IFR flight plan in the air.
He got the runway in sight, called the runway in sight, went visual, canceled his IFR flight plan, and proceeded on in. And he didn't make it to the runway. So, why? He was a good pilot. He was a safe pilot. He didn't take risks. He had the runway in sight. So what happened? Well, obviously I don't know what happened, but let's look at this. So he was coming in for 3-3. Either he was a little bit off the profile for 3-3, or, and this is what I think happened, I think he was coming around to land, enter the downwind to land in 15. 15 is the runway he departed from. Somebody told me another aircraft had landed on runway 15 just before that. So it sounds like that's the runway that was in use. It's a small little local airport. There's no control tower. It's pretty rural. He hit just the tippy tops of some trees that really aren't in a great place for an airport. These trees have no leaves on them. It's winter here. They're just like these sticks sticking up out of the ground. They're very much camouflaged with the ground, very hard to see. And I think if he was trying to maintain a visual of that runway, I was outside, on that day about this time. It was kind of soupy out. Visibility was maybe half a mile. If he was trying to keep his eye on that runway because he was visual, he might have ducked down just a little bit to not lose it in sight. And, trees grow. And these trees are on a little bit of a hill. Yeah, so it looks like he just got caught in the very tippy tops of those trees. It reminds me of something that happened to me years ago. So way back when I was in the 737 right seat, I was in training, and we would take check rides, and whoever check ride it was, the other pilot wasn't allowed to say a word to help that person. You could run checklists, do standard SOP stuff, but you couldn't give them any heads up. And that's all changed. Now it's teamwork, we have CRM, and of course, if one person makes a mistake, you've both made a mistake. But at the time, it wasn't like that. And my captain was getting a check ride. I was in the right seat. It was 4 hours. It was a long afternoon. The examiner gave him visibility that was above the landing criteria. We knew that we were about to break for lunch. We knew that our sim time was up. And he was coming into land. He gets to decision height, and the visibility in the simulator dropped below what the weather was given to him. Dropped below what the controller, which was the instructor plane controller had told him it was, and what was on the ATIS. And he continued, and he landed, and he busted the check ride. And the examiner said, well, you lost your visibility, and you kept going. And Bill said, wait a second. He said, you told me to land. We were breaking for lunch. I already had the runway in sight. And the examiner said, yeah, but you lost it. He said, and when things change, you have to change. Doesn't matter what your expectations were. Expectation bias. It gets the best of the best of them. It gets professionals. Maybe that's what got Simi. All right, so what can we take away from this? All right, people. Simi was up there doing the right thing, right? He was doing practice procedures so that when he went up with his family, he was safe. He was proficient. Maybe what would have made a difference? If he had a safety pilot with him? Maybe he tried to get a safety pilot, nobody was available. I don't know. But you know what? If you're gonna go up there and it's a little mucky out, the visibility's not great, or it's vacillating, it's good, then it's bad, bring somebody with you, somebody who knows what they're doing, someone who can read the charts, the profile, someone who can keep you honest if you dip below something or get off course. Have another set of eyes. You know, better yet, go up periodically with a flight instructor. Have someone bring you to airports that you don't normally go to. Maybe throw an emergency procedure in there every now and then. Have you do some practice approaches at something you wouldn't have just thought of yourself. Just keep doing things that are out of the box. Get other opinions, other perspectives, another set of eyes. I don't know what to say. Just keep doing whatever you can do to stay safe, to stay proficient, and just understand that the best of us make mistakes. Things happen, things unexpectedly can go wrong very quickly. Have somebody else with you on the airplane whenever you can. Yeah. All right. This is just really sad. I'm just really sorry this happened. I don't want it to happen to other people. Let's learn from this. Let's do whatever we can to stay safe. Take every step you can take. All right, everybody. Have a good day.